Hello everyone, I'm Trinh, Senior Application Engineer for Valin Corporation. Today I will illustrate how to communicate to the P drive from Parker using Modbus RTU, and you can send a command down to turn on the servo, to home it, as well as jog it, and also execute the index, whatever the position you want the motor to go. And everything, once again, using Modbus RTU and the RS422 cable. So what you see in front of you here is a Parker motor with a Parker P drive, and I have two cable connected here. One of them is USB cable, so that we can confirm what we're doing with the Parker P drive support tool. And the bottom here, which is the RS422 port, RJ45. So I have this cable connect to RS422 to the USB adapter connect to my laptop here. So that's how I can send the command out. So that's basically the hardware setup and the cabling. And on this side, I have basically a Modbus utility that I'm going to issue a command to turn on the servo, to jog it, to home it, and also execute an index as an illustration for this. And up here, I have a drive support tool so that you can see what the setup is for the indexer. So right now, as you can see here, I'm executing a relative move. The distance is basically 1 revolution. And since the resolution on this Parker motor or drive is 524,288 pulse per rep. So that's how I set up right there. The velocity, I set 1,000,000 units per second here. The acceleration, same 1,000,000 unit per second square. The deceleration is 1,000,000 units per second square. Though these are what I not worry about. And then down here, I have the repeat count is 2 times, and the delay time is 200 milliseconds. So once I execute this index, you will see the motor turn twice. But before we do that, so the command to be able to turn on and turn off servo, the Modbus command is the enable is basically the address is Modbus address C. So you need to write a coil to this Modbus address C with a value 1, and it will enable the servo. You put a 0, we'll turn it off. For homing, it's basically 13, actually. And to start the indexer, to index is address 11. For jog, it's 1B actually. And then if you want to change direction, then you turn on 1C to change direction. So that's for jogging. And you can stop using address number 3. And if there's any alarm you want to reset it, that's address B. Okay? And you can also set up a jog speed at address 2300. All right, so let's turn on the servo or enable the servo, which is address C. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this utility here to set it up. So right now I'm connected to the P drive using Modbus RTU, slave address 1. So right now I'm going to execute the servo on. So actually D here means C, address C. So right now it's 0. It's already locked or servo locked because it says a 1. I'm going to go ahead and make it 0. I'm going to execute it. So now the servo, I can move it by hand, right? Okay. Now I'm going to lock it. Put a value 1 here. I'm going to send that down. So now it is locked, and the servo is on now. So that's how you turn on and turn off the servo. At this point, let's say I want to jog. And everything that I'm doing here, you see that this is a command I'm sending here, okay? Now I'm going to tell it to jog, and that is, you see, that's 1C. I'm going to put the value 1 here. As soon as I execute this command, the motor will move, will be jogging, okay? So here we go. There we go. So it's jogging, all right? If I want to stop, I just put a 0 here, right? And I'm going to execute it. Voila, stop. If I want to turn it the other way, I can first set up the direction, which is 1D, which is 1C actually. I'm going to, actually it's already have the other direction, so I'm going to make it 0. So now it will move the motor the other direction. So I'm going to go back to 1C, which is 1B actually, and I'm commanding. All right, and here we go. I'm going to execute it now. You see, the motor is moving the other way. Okay, so that's how you jog it. I'm going to turn it off now. So now it's off. At this point, I can tell it to home, and my method to home is basically wherever the Z pulse is when it moves, and then that's basically my 0 point. So to do that, home is actually address 13. So I'm going to do this. I need to toggle it first, put it back to 0. Now I'm going to put it back to 1. Okay. Now I'm going to execute it. And as soon as I execute it, you will see the motor move. And when you see the index, wherever the Z pulse is, it's going to stop. Here we go. See, it's moving. So that's where the Z pulse is, and it stopped. Okay. So that's home. All right. Now at this point, let's say I want to, if you look at this, right, my index is, I'm going to move, actually, as soon as I execute it, it's going to move 2 times, 2 revolution, because I have a repeat here to be 2 here. Okay. So to execute this index, all I have to do is go here, because I already populate all this, right? So I put, to start it, that's the 10, which means I need to put 11 here. We will turn it off first. And as you see the 0, if you have it already, you have to turn it off and then turn it back on to execute the move. Okay, I'm going to put 1. So I'm going to, as soon as I execute it, you watch this and you see it move twice. Okay, here we go. So that's 1, and then there's a delay, and then now it moves again. Why there's a delay? Because the delay is right here for 200 milliseconds. Now if I change this to 3, let's say, right, and if I execute again, it would be 3 times. Okay, 0, execute it. Now I put a 1. Watch the motor, it will move 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Voila. So that's how you set up the Modbus RTU to command the Parker P drive motor to execute the move to home to jog using Modbus RTU serial port. If you have any questions, please call the number below, and thank you for watching.